Fox 32 has investigated Henyard's use of a police security detail, taking officers off the street and costing thousands of dollars.
Is there a motion to terminate Keith Free?
Have you heard about the latest scandal rocking the small town of Dothan, Illinois? It's all centered around their mayor, Tiffany Henyard, and trust us, this one is a real shocker. Picture this, a small-town mayor living like royalty on the taxpayer's dime, throwing public funds around like confetti at a party. But it doesn't stop there. She's embroiled in enough scandals to make even Hollywood's biggest stars blush. From outrageous spending sprees to jaw-dropping corruption allegations, and even rumors of potential FBI raids, this story is far from over. Buckle up, because you won't believe how deep this goes.
I don't know when we go through our board packets. It's like, some of this stuff, it's like you don't know exactly what it's for, and then when you ask a question.
Here's the scoop. Tiffany Henyard, Dalton's so-called super mayor, has been living the high life with luxury trips, extravagant dinners, and first-class flights, all while her town of just over 20,000 residents struggles under crippling debt. In just 5 months, she's racked up an astonishing $67,000 in travel expenses. Can you imagine? She and her entourage have been running up tabs at upscale hotels and fine dining spots, indulging in top-tier wines, all while the town faces financial turmoil.
Questionable spending by a South suburban politician named Tiffany Henyard, but we only knew half the...
Reporters attempted to obtain the spending records, but Henyard's team blocked their efforts, refusing to release any documents, even after the state's attorney general ordered them to comply. Took a lawsuit filed by WGN News just to get a glimpse at the true extent of the situation. It's almost like something straight out of a movie. Now, let's talk about her so-called charity, the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, which claims to support people battling cancer. But according to multiple reports, it looks more like a personal piggy bank for Henyard's lavish lifestyle. The foundation was established with a $10,000 donation from Thornton Township on the exact same day it was chartered. Does that sound like a coincidence? Here's the kicker. The charity has been accused of failing to register with the state or file the rec.
The government always does it, is to go and investigate people around her, and that's what they're doing.
That Amazon shopping spree might just be the tip of the iceberg, and it gets even more dramatic, depending on how you look at it. There's also a civil lawsuit hanging over Henyard's head, involving allegations of inappropriate conduct during a work trip to Las Vegas. The alleged victim claims she was fired after speaking out. And who's defending Henyard in this mess? None other than Beau Brindley, a lawyer known for representing some of the most morally questionable clients out there. Talk about a perfect match. It's almost like watching a soap opera unfold, except this one is happening in real life.
Guilty of all 9 counts. I believe he's cooperating. And if you cooperate, you have...
There are rumors, juicy, unconfirmed rumors, that the FBI is closing in. Sources say they've begun raiding the offices of Henyard and her closest associates, searching for evidence. If the whispers are true, they've already uncovered enough to potentially sentence her to over 20 years behind bars. Yes, you heard that correctly, 20 years. Can you believe it?
Guys, it's the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor and people's...
And all of this is happening while she struts around town with her golden microphone, acting like everything is perfectly fine. You're wondering how someone like Henyard ended up in this situation. Let's rewind a bit. She wasn't always the controversial figure she is now. Born and raised in Dalton, she began her political career as a village trustee, quickly climbing the ranks. By 2021, she was elected mayor, and it didn't take long for the power to go straight to her head.
As the supervisor, there will be no comments, there will be anything, it will be me addressing you guys.
Critics have labeled her a dictator, accusing her of using her position to intimidate opponents and reward loyalists. Some say she treats the town like her personal kingdom, pulling business licenses from those who don't pay up and using the local police as her own private security force. It's no surprise the town is drowning in millions of dollars in debt, with police cars on the brink of being repossessed.
You guys are not paying whatever that vendor is.
What was it for?
It was for shirts.
It seems she's mastered the art of playing the victim. Whenever she's called out, she flips the script, accusing critics of attacking a strong black woman. And let's not overlook her flair for the dramatic. Who could forget the time she showed up at a board meeting dressed as Nino Brown, a fictional drug kingpin, with a DJ blasting Rant's Better Have My Money in the background? Talk about making an entrance.
I do anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No.
You just can't make this stuff up. But it seems the tide is finally turning. Residents are fed up, and they're making their voices heard. At a recent board meeting, Tensions escalated so much that police had to step in and clear the room. People are demanding transparency, and most of all, Henyard's resignation. Some are even going so far as to call her America's worst mayor. With the FBI reportedly closing in, it looks like her days in office might be numbered.
And that is the finding of an investigation of village finances and the spending habits of beleaguered.
It's not just the people of Dalton who are outraged, her former allies are turning against her too. Thornton Township trustee Carmen Carlisle, once a close confidant, has become a whistleblower, accusing Henyard of unethical and predatory behavior. Carlisle has revealed Henyard's lavish spending habits and manipulation of township funds, claiming that Henyard has used her position to expand her influence while projecting a false image of success. According to Carlisle, Henyard has retaliated against anyone who dared to speak out.
Street fighting crime, and instead we have several officers that are riding around.
The financial situation in Dalton is even worse than anyone imagined. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, brought in as a special investigator, has uncovered that Dalton's general fund has plummeted from a surplus of $5.61 million in April 2022 to a staggering deficit of $3.65 million by May 2024. That's a nearly $10 million swing in just over 2 years. Lightfoot's preliminary report paints a grim picture of mismanagement.
Would make a one-day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon. And the main thing is,
is this all part of a bigger government effort to indict the mayor of Dalton? Only time will tell. Wait, there's more. Henyard's former top aide and the registered agent of her controversial charity has also been charged with bankruptcy fraud. Was reportedly cooperating with the trustees investigating Henyard's spending before things took a turn. It seems like everyone around Henyard is either jumping ship or getting caught in the crossfire.
So you have got just this gyration.
So, what's next for Tiffany Henyard? Can she weather the storm and cling to her position? Or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for Dalton's self-proclaimed supermayor? With the FBI reportedly closing in and her own allies turning on her, things aren't looking good. With every new revelation, the calls for her resignation are getting louder. One resident put it simply, "We needed those officers on the street fighting crime, not riding around protecting her." But here's the real question. Will Henyard finally face justice for her alleged misdeeds? Or will she somehow wiggle out of this mess and cling to power? And what about the residents of Dalton? Will they ever get the accountability they so desperately seek? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. Stay tuned, folks, because the drama is just beginning. In the end, Tiffany Henyard's fate is still very much up in the air.